Hi, I will be reflecting on three important skills that I have learned through FlexiTrack High. These are referencing, quoting, and paraphrasing, and having a growth mindset. These skills are important because they have helped me become a more confident academic writer and will continue to help me when I begin university next year. Throughout this presentation, I will explain what each skill is, why it is important, and how I have used it in my own learning. The first skill I learned is developing a growth mindset. Before FlexiTrack, I had no idea what a growth mindset is or what it meant. Starting the Flexi course, I learned that a growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can improve through effort, practice, and learning from mistakes, rather than believing they are fixed. This skill has been one of the most valuable things I have learned because university can be challenging. There will be difficult assignments, deadlines, and new expectations. Having a growth mindset reminds me that making mistakes is part of learning and that I can continue improving over time. Personally, I have experienced this while completing assignments last term and this term. At first, I sometimes felt overwhelmed by tasks such as writing up reports for human biology and writing essays for English. Instead of giving up, I asked my teachers questions, accepted feedback, and continued practicing. As a result, my confidence and writing skills improved significantly. Students with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges, persist through difficulties, and view effort as an important part of success. This mindset has encouraged me to become more resilient and has prepared me for future studies at university and even in everyday life situations. The second skill I learned is referencing. I have done referencing before Flexi. I often found referencing confusing because there were many formatting rules. However, Flexi has taught me how to correctly reference and know the importance of it. Through practice and feedback, I am becoming more confident in referencing. Referencing is the process of acknowledging where information, ideas, or evidence come from by using in-text citations and reference lists. Before Flexi, I didn't know that in-text referencing existed, but now I know the importance of using it and how to correctly input it into my academic writings when using other people's ideas and findings. During Flexi, APA 7th has been preferably used throughout all my tasks and assignments, but I also use the format in my other general classes when referencing. Referencing is important because it gives credit to the original author, allows readers to locate the source, and demonstrates academic integrity. It also strengthens the credibility of my own work because it shows that my ideas are supported by reliable evidence rather than personal opinion. For example, when I wrote the report draft about the comparison of static and dynamic stretching, I used the APA 7th referencing to cite research articles and stretching reports I have used. Every source that I used in my draft report was both included as an in-text citation and in the reference list. The final skill I chose is quoting and paraphrasing. Before Flexi, I would usually write other people's ideas and findings word for word. But Flexi has taught me the correct way of quoting and the importance of paraphrasing. Quoting means using the exact words from a source inside quotation marks and providing a citation. Paraphrasing means rewriting information from a source in my own words while still acknowledging where the information comes from. Paraphrasing is especially important because it demonstrates that I understand the information instead of simply copying it. It also helps my writing flow more naturally and reduces the risk of plagiarism. Throughout the year, I realized that paraphrasing is more than changing a few words. It requires reading the source carefully, understanding its meaning, and then explaining it clearly using my own vocabulary and sentence structure. For example, when writing essays for FlexiTrack, I mostly paraphrased information from journal articles instead of relying on direct quotations. This helped me integrate evidence into my writing more effectively while still giving credit to the original authors. Paraphrasing should accurately represent the author's ideas while using original wording and appropriate citation. Learning this skill has made me a more independent and confident academic writer. In conclusion, the 3 skills I have learned during FlexiTrack High, which is referencing, quoting, and paraphrasing, and maintaining a growth mindset, have all contributed to my development as an academic learner. Thank you for listening.